We are making our annual trek today to the Spiral Jetty at the north end of the Great Salt Lake. I have previous videos about this place. Well, this is the first time these guys have camped with me. In fact, last year's video I think I was wearing the same jacket boogies were on. And hike back towards camp. Now along the way I'll look for somewhere to sit down and make some lunch. And then after lunch, I think we'll call it a day. The foundations of this old cabin is where I camped last time. I had a fire in that fire pit and I slept in my car right over there. There are a lot of people here right now, but this is really a camping destination for most people, so they'll just come and go throughout the day. Not sure what this structure was, some kind of cabin, but that's what's left of it. We're just out hiking around and exploring right now, huh guys? There's another foundation over here where we might camp instead of here. This is kind of cramped. I think we'll camp over that way. And we'll look at that in a minute.
Right here would be perfect.
Basically, the Spiral Jetty is just what it sounds like. It's a jetty made of this volcanic rock in a spiral shape, like you see there on the monument. It's right out there.
It was made by Robert
Smithson.
Oh,
Yeah,
Smith.
Robert Smithson built this in 1970. In fact, 49 years ago this month, April 1970. He died in a plane crash, I think in 1974 or so, 73. He was in his 30s. He was flying in a small plane over Texas, scouting out another place for an art project. He was an artist, and the plane went down. This is his Utah monument. He's built other monuments around the world, and this is being considered, I don't know if they ever officially worked it out, but it's being considered as Utah's official artwork. We'll go out on that in a little bit. If you've seen my other Spiral Jetty videos, this might seem kind of redundant, but hey, it's an annual trek I make. I always come here in the spring and camp overnight, and before it gets too hot and too buggy. It's just an amazing experience, and I wanted these guys to share in it with me this year.
Look at this.
Some idiot. There's always somebody, isn't there?
There's always somebody.
Yeah. Let's hike up here a ways. Don't know if it shows up on camera. The Great Salt Lake is looking rather pink today. And that's because of brine shrimp. The only living things in the Great Salt Lake. Little tiny guys. Also known as sea monkeys. The original plan for this trip was to go out to a place called Simpson Springs. It's a campground along the Pony Express Trail in the West Desert, way out there. Camp there. It's supposedly a really neat little site to camp at. I've driven by it. And then several miles west of that are the Dugway geode beds, where you can bring shovels and buckets and dig up your own geodes. The problem is it's been raining a lot, and I'm afraid it's just going to be mud out there, and digging in the mud for geodes did not sound fun. And it's going to rain tomorrow. Today is supposed to be just like this, so a little windy. Storm is eventually going to blow in tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be peaceful tonight for us. And so I just went with the jetty. It's close to home. If it does get too rainy, it's not too hard to just head out. I won't be 50 miles into the desert, you know. So that's why we chose the jetty this weekend. This isn't the first time they've been out here, but they were pretty small when I took them out here last, so they don't remember it very well. And with all the snow and rain we got, I was concerned that the jetty would actually be submerged in water, because it sometimes is, depending on the runoff in the spring. So it is not submerged. We can actually walk out there, and if you look, you can see people way out there. So you can get a sense of the size of the jetty. Right now we're just exploring, and they're doing a lot of rock climbing. These volcanic rocks are huge, some of them, and we're just having a good time. There's a lot to see out here if you know where to look. We'll go out on the jetty, we'll walk to the Great Salt Lake shore. And way out there's even an old pier that is no longer used. We might explore that as well.
There's a centipede underneath this.
Let's see. Yep, tiny one. Let's leave him alone. This is his home.
Yeah. I'll cover him back.
So looking down at where we parked, there's the little cabin foundation we were just looking at a few minutes ago. And over this way is another foundation. Right there. Possibly was the barn or stable. It's not big either, but the shape of it makes me think animals were kept in there of some kind. We may camp over that way instead of where I've camped before. Here's the center of the jetty. Da 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 da. One small step for Steve, one giant leap for Steve's kind. If you're wondering, we did not walk until we reached the middle. We just cut across right over there. Much easier, huh guys?
Yeah.
Let's go out, check out the lake.
Okay. I can't believe somebody made this.
Yep. Yeah, it makes foam like this. Isn't that weird?
Can we touch it?
Yeah, you can touch it.
It's just like soap bubbles. It's bath
It's
bubbles.
not soap, trust me.
Yeah, looks like it. It feels like bath bubbles.
There's sea foam in the ocean too.
Huh.
But this is saltier than the ocean.
These like warm like fish make slime. I got some bubbles on my sand.
Don't get that on you, okay? We just watched this foam float ashore.
Okay, okay. There he goes.
The waves out there are making all this foam, and it makes its way to shore.
He's dead.
Look, there's some foam floating out there. It's a little island.
Bigger wave. Oh! Be free. Dylan, there's foam in there. Ew. Brine shrimp look disgusting.
Yeah.
Foam.
They're pretty cool once you see them in the water, but we'd have to go out there a ways.
It looks like barf. There's a leg in there. This one is too.
This one had a marker on it. 29S. They were scientists keeping track of them. I don't know if that's why that's there, but it's some kind of marker. What do you got?
I have some salt and sand hardened.
It's pure salt.
And a little bit of sand.
Salty sand. Yeah, there's some sand on it. It's pretty cool.
Easy, right? I just taking
We're
these home.
seasoning dinner tonight.
Hey.
So it's like salt and pepper.
Oh, salt and pepper.
I wouldn't want that in your mouth.
Shing, shing, shing.
We have to see what this thing is. Look at the weird design.
Yeah.
I don't know what those are. Got a metal rod running through them.
Somebody might have like tried to sail. But it didn't work.
Yeah, I don't think those are from a sailboat, dude. They're heavy. Heavy. I want to say they're salt licks for animals, but is that really necessary out here? Probably not.
What are salt licks? Yeet.
Yeet.
Like, I was wondering where this.
So we took another break after hiking all the way out there and back. Just hung out in the car for a little while. Kind of re-energized. It's only 60 degrees. When you walk around, the heat really gets to you. But look what we found.
This is where we're camping. Here's
There's even firewood, guys.
Yeah.
The car's right over there. Look at all these people. This is insane. Look out here. Look at all those people. I have to say, I've been out here many times and I've never seen that many people checking this out. It's really cool. It deserves this kind of attention. Later tonight, however, all of these people, I guarantee you, are going to leave. If anyone else camps here, I will be surprised. But people have, obviously. I brought firewood, but we'll make use of that. Our tent will go right here. It's a perfect spot for it.
How about right here?
That's kind of a hill. I think this ground is more flat.
Okay, Dad, look.
And they even made some kind of weird bench for us to sit on, even though we brought camp chairs or a drum set. Either way, such talent. I'm so proud. This is where I think we're gonna camp. And then we'll just move the car over here close to this, so if we have to go back and forth, we are car camping. We packed everything in our backpacks, the main part of our gear, and the reason why was just for organization's sake and also to teach these guys how to pack a backpack for when backpacking really takes off. When all the snow in those mountains far away melts, and it's in the process, and we can dive into the forest and hit it hard this summer. Really looking forward to that. I can't believe all these people. There are cars lining the road.
What's the most musical part of a chicken?
The thing is, in about 10-15 minutes, that could all change. They'll all just pile into their cars after playing out there in the lake and on the jetty, and then they'll just take off. They come and go. A few minutes ago, there were 3 cars here. And then, bam, everybody was here. Come on, guys, let's go hike around. We'll play there later. We're gonna do some more exploring. We're just kind of up in these rocks exploring, following this dirt road. I actually heated my lunch here at the end of last year's trek. Climbed up in these rocks, found a nice little cubby, and warmed up some ramen noodles. It was really nice to just sit here and relax and look out over the Great Salt Lake and the Spiral Jetty. Let's shut it off. I always go the wrong way first. Oh yeah. Well, Joe, Mr. T-Max, thank you for lunch, my friend. I invited him out here, but desert's not his thing. Which is cool, it's fine. He's still here with me in food. Look at this. Looks intentional. Like a row of rocks here, a row of rocks here. It looks like just like almost a driveway. This is interesting. This is on purpose. Look at this. Maybe they dug rocks from here to help build the jetty, because it's all overgrown now. I bet that's what some of these pits are that we see around here too. They had to get the rocks from somewhere and take them out there.
Hey, Dad.
Why? You gonna climb it?
Yeah.
Careful.
Careful, too. There's a lot of loose rocks.
I don't know if you can. There's nowhere to put your feet. Look at this. That's amazing. It's just completely carved out in the middle. It's this huge volcanic rock. It's just all hollowed out here. Two perfect seats. You can sit there and there and just like chill. You could put a tarp over this right down to here and just hang out in there if it was raining. You of course wouldn't want to sleep there, but that's really neat. Look at this.
Wow.
Climb down in there.
Okay.
So we can see the size. Having Dylan climb in there gives us an idea of the size of it. Yeah, see, he fits right there. There's room for another person right there. Pretty cool. It's coming up on 3 p.m. and we're gonna wait to set up camp until some of that crowd dies down. I feel weird setting up camp with all these people around because we're gonna be camping fairly close to the parking lot, so we're gonna wait.
Another cave. It's small. Yeah, that's a...
Can you fit in that one?
There's a spider web.
Spider web.
I really want to climb that one.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Please be careful. We're a long way away from a hospital.
I will. A lot of places to grab onto, don't
I
worry.
love watching these guys have the adventures that I was able to have as a kid. If I wasn't the kind of dad I am that gets out and does things with them, then they would never have these experiences. And unfortunately, most of their experiences would probably happen in the city with probably some bad influences.
Almost there.
And I'm glad to see them just finding simple joy in climbing rocks. Dude, don't do that.
Sorry. Ate it. Wow,
This is a good
Dad,
place
you're
to
small.
hang out right here.
He's small from right here.
I just
You're really
love
small.
this. Okay, stay there. I'll take your picture.
Okay.
This is really cool. I love hiking through these rocks. Oh, as I zoomed in, look at this. Kind of nest. Something's been busy. Clear up into there. Dylan just spotted this. This is really cool. It's like the perfect hideout.
Yeah, I want to go in there, but there's poop.
Well, they use the poop as part of their nest. I don't know what makes that. I don't know if jackrabbits do that. I'm not sure. Let's keep going. People do the strangest things.
It's getting old.
Do I even want to know why there are women's underwear there?
Women.
And what took place here? Alright, let's move on, guys. Haha.
Maybe someone shaved there.
So there's one place we're gonna have to drive to check it out. There are remnants of an old pier that used to be out here. That might be too underwater, I'm not sure. We'll go out there and check. I've hiked into it before and actually found a fire pit in there. What I've been able to understand from the internet is that there used to be an oil drilling operation out there, and the oil still seeps up from the ground over there. So let's drive over there and check it out.
There's a hole.
Look at that.
No, saw that.
That's pretty good size. That might be a rabbit den.
There's like a little baby hole. Oh, jeez, what is that thing?
What is what thing?
There's something in there.
Oh my gosh. That's a stink bug.
Up, I'm away from it.
That is a stink beetle. He'll put his butt in the air and make things smell gross. This is insane. So many people. All day trippers too. Not adventurers like you and I, right guys? Mm-hmm. All those people. Little dots of people everywhere, all the way out.
Even in the water.
It actually does my heart good. I usually steer clear of crowds, and tonight there won't be one, but it does my heart good to see people getting outside. Not with a screen in front of their faces, you know. It rained a lot yesterday, and so these two were stuck in the house with me. They were playing video games and totally occupied, but
we were playing
not like this, you know. There's nothing like this. You can't get this from a screen. That actually makes me pretty happy.
Unless you're watching YouTube and someone's at the Spiral Jetty.
Well, it's not the same as being here, though.
Yeah.
There are people watching this video right now, by the time I post this, that it still aren't going to get the full experience from just watching this. Let's get in the car and head over to that pier.
Yep.
Okay, I lied a little bit. Before we head out to that pier, I want to check out this other foundation. And it looks like someone built some kind of little shelter up here on the hill. So we'll check that out too. And look what they left us. I didn't even need to buy firewood. Look at this. That's store-bought firewood. I just brought a cord, and now we've got all this too. And this really old lumber from who knows what and who knows when. I didn't even need to buy firewood, and I made a special stop. Anyway, this is the old foundation of probably an animal stable, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah. Let's go check out that fort that somebody built, or that shelter. There is a large quantity of this old lumber scattered all through here. And somebody took advantage of it up here. It's both a shelter and a bridge. And perfectly good piece of rope too.
I can cool down in here. I'm really hot.
I wonder if this was some kind of Boy Scout project or something. Build a shelter and a merit badge. So this is pretty cool. They actually use these 3 rocks to anchor it, and it's solid. It's like, I could stand on that with confidence. And underneath,
there's shade.
Yeah, it's pretty well built.
You can walk on top of it. I was just up there. I'll show you.
Yeah. Yeah, solid. Jump. Yeah, that's solid. Cool. Okay, now let's go to the pier.
Right.
Or what's left of it.
Dylan, look at this piece. This piece has a chance of falling off.
So here we are. And I think these people have found the only place in the entire Great Salt Lake Desert to hang hammocks. No tarps, just sitting in the sun. That is really cool. We're not going out there though. We're actually going to follow this trail, this road, whatever, out to there.
Ready, guys?
Yeah.
Let's go check it out.
I really don't want any sand on my shoes.
Well, that might be sandy. You might have to live with it.
No motorized vehicles beyond here.
Yep.
Even put some rocks there.
In other words, no ATVs.
Yeah. There's a Ziploc bag.
Yep.
Where? Can you go look at it?
You can. I don't know what it's for.
At the bottom, it looks like clay.
Some guy left his business cards in a Ziploc. Hanson Motor Company. Oh. Mike Allred, towing and recovery manager. Okay, that's actually pretty good. It's kind of funny. It says no motorized vehicles, but if you're dumb enough to get your car stuck in there, and there are tire tracks through here, call this guy. He'll come tow you out. Smart. Smart. It's a businessman. Boy, that smells like tar.
Smell it.
You can smell the tar, the oil that I was talking about a few minutes ago.
I smell it. It stinks.
Yep. People have done some beach fires here. See some fire pits. That's where the Spiral Jetty is. Little tiny people.
Those are smaller than my toys.
Yep. That over there is a pier, definitely. Or was. This looks more like Stonehenge. Or Loghenge. Let's check it out.
See some writing on it. Looks kind of like remnants of a building.
See, you could build a fire here. And there's leftover firewood here, too.
This looks sort of like remnants of a building.
It does, but it's so uneven and screwy. I don't know. I don't know what this was. Maybe someone knows.
I found something. Bandana.
Jetty goats. Really? What'd you find?
Like a tiny
A
bandana.
bandana.
What are jetty goats?
That's just what it says on the wall. Here we go.
Oil.
There you go. There's the oil and tar that's still seeping up from the ground.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's sticky. That's super sticky. Don't step there. There you go.
Oh!
Yeah, see? We're going to have to get that off our shoes before we get in the car. Don't go near that, okay? Let's go back in here.
I didn't step in it.
Yes, because you were smart. Come on.
I didn't really step in some more. They're kind of pretty areas to vent on it.
Gotta watch out. See these black spots?
Yeah, not most of them.
They look innocent, but they're not. That's all oil seeping up from the ground.
Well, we're trapped.
All right, go
Wait,
back the way
wait.
we came. So I don't know why you would camp here. It seems to me like a fire hazard. Oil right there, fire right there. Duh.
Yeah,
This is pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. I was just explaining to Dylan that some people may not know, but when oil seeps up and cools, it turns into tar.
Look at all this tar.
Look at that bird.
It has 45K.
It has another tag on it, doesn't it? Just like that other one.
Uh-huh. Probably died of starvation getting stuck in here.
Yeah, oh, that's horrible. Just like the tar pits from the dinosaur days.
Uh-huh.
Even has the skull.
Really? Oh, wow.
Look at that. The skull is still intact. Is that the skull? I don't know. Maybe that's a pelvic bone. I can't tell, and I don't want to step in this to find out. Don't. So here's my theory, our theory. Those tags that are on these dead birds, I don't think they're flying around with those things on. I think they're being tagged after they're found dead. Some kind of tag system that some scientists of some kind are using. This is horrible because this bird sat here dying in the tar.
Probably dying of thirst and starvation.
Yep, probably. It's about 6:15 in the evening, and most of the place is emptied out. There's a few people sticking around for the sunset. There are 3 other cars here besides mine. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go up to our campsite here and get set up.
After I get my hoodie on.
Yeah, it's a little chilly. It's starting to get a little bit cold, so jacket time, soon fire time, definitely tent time. I'm just going to tear into this now. Okay. I have about an hour of daylight left. There's one group of people way out there. And us. And one other car. And those people are climbing the mountain right now. So we're all set up. Just getting organized in here. I've been letting the boys do the organization. Anyway, we still have to set up dinner. That's next. I've got my stove. I've got some butane. And on the menu tonight, dinner is cheesy shells. Not my favorite, but they love them. And Spam. Yum. But hey, it's filling and it's dinner, so that's the plan. Turns out we're not the only ones camping here, actually. That couple that climbed the mountain just set up a tent quite a ways away from us, which is probably smart. Okay, I've got a pot of water, and let's just get the stove set up and get dinner going. Everyone's hungry. Oops, upside down. This little table, I forgot my table to cook on, so this is coming really handy already. We'll be using it a lot. This pot has been through World War III and back. I have beat the snot out of it. I take it whenever I go camping like this, and it still holds up well. I think I've had it about, well, we won't talk about that, since the 90s. I had to get a little creative. The wind's coming in this way, and the flame was struggling. Now we've got a good strong flame under there. I found this board in the bushes. Well, while that water's heating and these guys are just kind of hanging out in the tent, having fun with being in a tent, I'm going to walk over to this other foundation and gather up this spare firewood we found. That other couple that's camping up there came up and asked me if I had cell phone reception, because they don't, and there's no reception here. So I told them I didn't. They left their the wife left her sleeping bag in their hotel room in Salt Lake City. That's a drive. And they just wanted to call the hotel and make sure they have it. They're European. They have British accents, it sounds like. And I feel bad for them because they would have to drive all the way back to Salt Lake. So they're probably gonna have to keep each other warm tonight. I'm sure they will. None of my business, but that sucks. Her sleeping bag is like 40 miles that way. Here's our firewood. Got to set the camera aside so that I can haul this over to our campsite. That'll probably be good for tonight. 4 good pieces plus all this stuff if I need to use it. Oh, look who came along. Bob Jr.
What's the triple the dude thing about?
So not only do I have shells and cheese and Spam, it's not even the name brand, so I went even more lowbrow. We got the Walmart brand of both. And some variety chips. Not the Walmart brand. It's not quite boiling, but I'm going to go ahead and add this anyway. Even if they're not boiling, they'll start to cook. I'm mostly doing that to conserve fuel. Whoa. Whoops. Don't get slivers in your butt. Boys got creative. I think you're supposed to sit more toward the end, Dylan.
Okay.
Don't scoot. You'll be sorry. A lot of slivers. There you go. You're supposed to sit on the very end. Whatever. You guys do what you like. In the meantime, dinner indeed is boiling. The hardest part is just the water. Just have to cut up Spam into it once the cheese is melted and we'll be good to go. I got one of the logs split up. I think my axe is kind of dull, but it did the job, and I need to work on my technique for sure. Anyway, that should get us started, and then the bigger logs can go on once it's going. In the meantime, I know where there's plenty of grass around here to start the fire, but I know where some good twigs are too. There's some dry ones right up here that we can break up to get the fire started when the time comes.
Can I add the cheese in?
It's not time.
Okay. Hold on.
I just realized though, it's gonna be kind of tricky. I don't have a strainer. Duh. So I'm gonna have to drain the water off by holding the spoon on the pot, and hope I don't dump it all on the ground. Dylan's gonna be my cameraman.
Hello.
I think we boiled it enough here. Over here. Film this. Whoa, that's what I was afraid of. Little escapees. Woo.
Little escapist. Not very. Only one was an escapist, right?
Yeah, so far one guy got away. A couple are trying to steal a ship or something. I don't know. This is gonna be not perfectly drained, but that's pretty good, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's do the cheese.
Now 3 are attached.
Dylan said he wants to put the cheese in.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Spam and cheesy shells. I would say mac and cheese, but that stuff hardly qualifies as cheese. But anyway, that's dinner. We've got these collapsible cups for the boys to eat out of. I forgot mine, but I have a canteen that comes with the cups, so I'm going to use that. These are like $1.40 at the grocery store. I keep saying Walmart, and I forget there are people who live in other countries who watch my videos. Probably don't shop at Walmart. There you go. I'm starving.
Me too. After dinner, I'm gonna have some banana bread.
Oh yeah. Where is it?
It's over there. I think. You can't really taste the cheese on the Spam.
A friend of mine gave us some banana bread for our trip. As you can see, we've been picking at it. We've been eating it caveman style. Not slicing it, in other words. You can see they were just tearing off chunks. That's dessert. We're just gonna sit down and tear this to pieces, right?
Yeah.
How does this work?
What you do is put it in the fire,
and when it lights on fire pretty good,
like this, you go smoke attack, and then it lets off smoke.
Don't blow sparks into the grass though, okay?
Okay.
We'll have big problems if that happens.
I invented these a couple of years ago.
You invented smoke sticks?
when I was
Yeah.
like 6.5.
There you go.
First people
Smoke.
ever to try that, huh?
Dylan, it's bigger.
I did it last year in the winters.
Attack.
Well, it's a beautiful evening. It's really not that cold. The boys put their coats on. It's just barely cool enough for that. And this is fleece lined, so I'm comfortable. We're just gonna sit here and enjoy each other's company. Enjoy our banana bread.
And eventually roast marshmallows.
Not tonight.
Okay.
Banana bread and marshmallows. Yeah. That's all I need is sugared up kids right before bed. The sun has gone down.
Smoke attack.
Not a very spectacular sunset. I was hoping for one. Quite often there's an amazing sunset out here over the Spiral Jetty, but
Dylan.
not tonight.
Smoke attack. Look at
So we're just going to hang out here, and the next time we'll talk, we'll be inside the tent when it's bedtime. Right, guys?
Yep.
Dylan, look at how well this is going. It's going so fast.
Smoke attack. I love some.
Really roast it.
Yeah, if you do that, it'll turn into an smoke attack.
Smoke
So we're in the
attack.
tent now. I've got my little fairy lights on, and that's my black diamond Moji lantern I've had forever. 100 lumens, so not super bright. It was for its time, but these just give a nice soft glow to the tent. And over here we've got Jude all cuddled up in his sleeping bag. Dylan and I are about to get tucked in here. We have lots of room. All of our gear is in here. Our shoes are out there. You can't see them, but it's been a good evening. We went spotlighting. We took my 1,000 lumen flashlight and went looking for animals, and all we saw were a few deer mice. Right now Dylan wants me to set his Ninja Turtle alarm clock, and frankly we have to get up kind of early because people are going to start showing up and looking at the jetty early. Anyway, that's our setup. We are ready for bed. It's actually not very cold at all.
Yeah.
And I think these sleeping bags and pads will be just right. This will be interesting to sleep on this pad. I've never slept on one before. Used to the inflatable kind, so we'll see how well it does. I'm hoping I really like it because I want to be able to take it backpacking this summer and not carry a heavier pad. Anyway, that's it, guys. We're going to sleep. It's bedtime. Say goodnight, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, guys. See you in the morning. Good morning, guys. Let's see what time it is. It's 7 a.m. Dylan's little alarm clock did not go off. I think it died in the night, actually. It takes a AA battery. I think it's toast. So instead of 6 a.m., it's 7 a.m. And outside of that meadowlark, I'm hearing little sprinkles on the tent. It may be raining a little bit. Sleep pads. I would rate them a step above a regular foam pad, but definitely a step below an inflatable pad. I moved around a lot, changing positions. So yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the inflatable pad in the future. I had to know, I had to try it. They do have other uses. They're good for kneeling on, sitting on, that kind of thing. But not the most comfortable thing I've ever slept on, but not the worst either. So, I don't know, not crazy about it. Don't know how these boys feel about it, but I've got morning face, puffy, messy hair, what there is of it. So let's step outside and see what today looks like. See what we're dealing with. It's gonna be a rainy day. Look at that. It's coming down out there. Over the rays of the lake. The wind is blowing from that direction though, so maybe we can avoid it. That couple slept way up there in the rocks. Very quiet people. We kept quiet too, so the wind blew all night, but not heavy, just a steady breeze. So the tent, it was noisy. It was very noisy. My other tents aren't nearly as noisy as this was, and the reason why, you've got these vestibules that are awesome for protecting gear, but they anchor at one point, and that means this part is left to just flap around in the wind. There's tie outs, but that wouldn't wouldn't necessarily stop that from flapping around in the wind, so it's not a big deal. But inside the tent it sounded worse than it actually was. My head was at this end, and the vestibule, as you can see, moved quite a bit. So I'm going to let Dylan and Jude decide when they get up. They may be stirring, I'm not sure. But, breakfast is either oatmeal or donuts or cold cereal. My money's on donuts. I don't feel like heating water, but I will for the oatmeal. Dylan's not a fan of oatmeal. Jude is, so maybe. And donuts are just easy. You know, look at that sky though. Isn't that beautiful? Probably can't hear it in the camera, but off in the distance the wind has been making waves on the Great Salt Lake, and there's kind of an ocean-like sound out there. Those clouds are heavy and full of water. The birds are out. It's just beautiful, it really is. I'm glad it's not actually raining. I heard droplets on the tent, but nothing major. Look at the sunrise. Doesn't really show up on the camera very well. It's very intense. I'm just gonna go get the donuts. It would be hilarious. I also have Mountain Dew. Hey kids, we're eating healthy today. Breakfast is donuts and a Mountain Dew. That'll wake you up. It's not even Mountain Dew. Keeping with my white trash theme, you know, the Walmart brand cheesy shells, the Walmart brand Spam. I also got the Walmart brand of Mountain Dew called Mountain Lightning or something like that. Actually, when we're camping, things kind of go out the window like that, and I don't really mind eating whatever, whenever. Like I've said before, I eat pretty healthy, actually. When I camp, meh, we're just having fun, and it's okay. I really need to get my phone and take some pictures of this sunrise before it's gone. My phone is only at 10%, so I've got it on the charging bank. This charging bank is awesome. Solar slash plug-in. So it's fully charged still, and it charged my GoPro and this camera last night. So it's got a lot of power. Look at the foam out there. On the shoreline, there's all this foam. And guess who's waking up? You waking up? Pretty much. Yeah, me too. It's not extremely cold. I'd say it's in the 40s, which is what it was supposed to be. 60s during the day, 40s at night is actually pretty comfortable. I feel pretty good. This puffer coat is enough right now. Could use a beanie. Maybe I'll throw a beanie on, but otherwise not too cold. Don't think we need a fire this morning. I'm not much for morning fires unless it's stupid cold, and I don't really camp too much when it's stupid cold. I have here and there. Just don't enjoy it as much. But a nighttime fire is always nice. Not just for warmth, but for morale. You know what? I don't have my car keys. I didn't realize how run down I felt last night until I ate dinner. I felt completely brand new after I ate. My blood sugar was pretty low. I was really tired. I try not to let that happen today because it's kind of really dragging yesterday. I almost didn't want to be here, and that's really unusual for me. I'd rather be here than almost anywhere else. So, not just the desert, but in the outdoors. It turned out to just be a case of I hadn't eaten enough. I was also dehydrated. I got up in the middle of the night, refilled our canteen from the car, and drank about half a canteen, and then refilled it again and put it in the tent in case the boys got thirsty. And I'm pretty thirsty now, so this wind and this air will take a lot of moisture out of your body. It's not just about not drinking enough water, it's just the constant breeze, the moving around in the heat. And it wasn't even that hot, but once you move around, it heats up. The seagulls are laughing. They're out there somewhere. I can hear them, I can't see them. Anyway, let me get my car keys. Yeah, as soon as I got to the tent, they were asking about water and where the canteen was. So, desert's not something to mess around with. I always bring at least a 5-gallon jug of water, if not 2. I have 2 of them. I'm not sure if we're staying another night or not. We may not. Dylan wants to climb up there, get a better view of the Spiral Jetty. What's up there is another hill, even taller. It's deceiving. You get up there and there are more hills. I can't talk. There's our water. We've used almost half of it just for one overnighter. So there we go. Crappy store-bought donuts. Here's our dry food. And then here all I have is Mountain Lightning. It's like my ice is mostly melted. It's been in the hot car though. I've got these drink pouches. I forgot about these. Some juice would be good. We'll have juice with the donuts. Milk and grapes. Some cheese. Those should be up here. They're all wet. Look at that. Gross. Good thing they're sealed in plastic. So that's what we'll have. We'll have juice and donuts. Maybe I will start a fire just for comfort. It's not, like I said, it's not extremely cold, but it would be nice. These guys were saying similar things about the sleep pads. They reflected body heat just fine. They kept us warm. They're kind of uncomfortable, huh? She's so talkative.
I could feel right through it.
Could ya?
Me too. Like there was something, like there might have been a rock underneath me and it really hurt.
Yeah. Well, alright. No big deal. We use inflatable pads from now on.
I want to find one. Imagine if we both put our Capri's in there.
I'm putting mine in. Did you see it?
We have a rainbow shining on that island. Well, it's not an island. Peninsula. Can't see it very well on the camera. You don't have to whisper now.
Look at my screen. Now it's pouring.
Not pouring, but it is sprinkling. We're getting some rain. You want to go in the tent?
It's still warm.
I know it's warm, but it's raining, dude. That's what I'm doing. Unzip it, bud. Okay, that's enough of the laser gun. Oh, what a mess.
You and people had a little battle in here before.
What a mess.
Caterpillar battle.
Well, it's not really raining, but it's certainly going to. Out on the horizon there are a lot of pockets where rain is just streaming down from the sky, and of course that's where rain comes from. Duh. Talking to the boys, they're talking like they want to call it a camping trip and head home. Dylan's got a really stuffy nose. I think he's getting a cold. Buddy.
And they sound a little bit different. Can you unscrew this, please?
But I think that's what we're going to do.
Yeah,
I think we're going to pack up. We've had fun, right?
Yeah.
We've had a lot of fun.
Okay.
So we're going to lay here for a little bit in the tent and just talk or whatever. And then we're going to pack all this mess up, take the tent down, and make like a baby and head out.
Hi.
Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Right. Where's Jude? Jude. Okay. So let's do that, okay, guys?
Okay.
All right. Well, that's it. We've got it all cleaned up. The tent is down. All of our gear that's going to the car is right here, ready to go. Jude's already wearing his backpack. Huh, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
See how that fits. That looks good on you. Looks awesome. So Dylan, hang on before you put that on. Come here. I need to put this out. Unscrew the lid.
This is my favorite part.
All over the whole thing.
Yeah, it's smoking so much. Oh wow, that's a lot of smoke.
So this was supposed to be a 2-day, 2-night trip. 3-day, 2-night trip. And what happened is basically we saw everything we wanted to see here. We're done with our camp, and we would be looking forward to a whole day of not knowing what to do. It's the desert. It is not tons to do out here. So we're just gonna call it. We'll be home before lunch, and we'll figure out what to do from there at home, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's been fun. Maybe we'll stop some places along the way. It's a pretty historic area. You've got Promontory Point, where the transcontinental railroads met, east and west. And some stops along the way that you can pull over and check out. So maybe we'll check out some of those on our way out. Let's get this crap in the car, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thanks for joining me for another Utah Steve adventure. I almost screwed that up. I don't even know my own name. Say farewell to the Spiral Jetty. Kind of an annual tradition. Hope you're not tired of these videos out here, but I really love this place. At least in spring and fall. Maybe even winter. I wouldn't recommend it in the summer. It's going to be too hot and there's no shade here. Always bring plenty of water. Be safe out there. Get outside, get away from the city, and have some fun. And I will see you out on the trail.
Peace out.